This message is for you. There are moments in life that seem ordinary until we look back and realize they changed everything. Sometimes a single glance, a quiet smile, or a brief conversation becomes the beginning of a story that neither person expected. That is how it felt from the very first moment our paths crossed. There was no grand announcement, no dramatic scene, only a calm feeling that somehow stood out from everything else around me. I didn't know your favorite color, your dreams, or the stories hidden behind your smile. I didn't know what you had been through or what kind of future you imagined for yourself. Yet something about you felt familiar, like meeting a soul that my heart had been waiting to recognize long before my eyes ever did. As time passed, I realized that my attention naturally drifted toward you. In crowded places, I looked for your face without thinking. In quiet moments, I wondered how your day was going. Small details that most people would overlook became unforgettable to me because they belonged to you. The way you laughed without holding back, the kindness you showed to people around you, and the quiet strength you carried without asking anyone to notice, it all left a mark on my heart. Caring about someone doesn't always begin with perfect certainty. Sometimes it begins with curiosity, grows into admiration, and slowly becomes something impossible to ignore. Every conversation revealed another reason to appreciate you. Every challenge you overcame showed me how resilient you really are. Every act of kindness reminded me that genuine hearts still exist in this world. You may not even realize the impact you have on people. You probably think you're just being yourself, but your presence has a way of bringing comfort to others. There is something peaceful about knowing someone like you exists. Even on difficult days, the thought of your smile has the power to brighten a moment that otherwise felt heavy. Life has a way of testing every meaningful connection. There are misunderstandings, unexpected distance, and moments when words fail to express what the heart is trying to say. Yet true care does not disappear simply because life becomes complicated. It remains patient. It waits. It hopes. It chooses kindness even when circumstances are difficult. If there is one thing I hope you always remember, it is that your value has never depended on perfection. You don't have to pretend to be stronger than you are. You don't have to hide your fears or your doubts. The most beautiful part of who you are is your authenticity. Your imperfections don't push people away, they make you real. They remind us that every heart has its own journey and every soul carries stories that deserve understanding instead of judgment. I hope you continue believing in yourself, even during seasons when confidence feels far away. I hope you keep chasing your dreams without allowing fear to convince you that they are impossible. The world needs people who remain kind despite disappointment, who continue loving despite heartbreak, and who continue hoping despite uncertainty. Never underestimate the difference your presence can make. A simple message, a sincere smile, or a few encouraging words can completely change someone's day. You may never know how many lives you've quietly touched just by being yourself. Sometimes the greatest impact happens without applause or recognition. There will always be people who fail to see your worth, but that should never become the measure of who you are. The opinions of others cannot define the value that already exists within you. Stay true to your heart. Continue growing, learning, and becoming the person you were created to be. Those who genuinely appreciate you will recognize your light without asking you to change who you are. The future remains unwritten, and none of us knows exactly where life will lead. But I believe that meaningful connections are never accidental. They teach us lessons, inspire us to become better, and remind us that even in a busy world, hearts can still find one another in unexpected ways. If today has been difficult, let this serve as a gentle reminder that brighter days are still ahead. If you've been questioning your worth, remember that you possess qualities no one else can replace. Your compassion, your resilience, your courage, and your unique perspective are gifts that deserve to be celebrated. Keep smiling, even when progress feels slow. Keep believing, even when answers don't arrive immediately. Keep showing kindness, even when the world seems to reward the opposite. Goodness has a quiet strength that time can never erase, and if you've ever wondered whether your existence truly matters, let the answer be clear. It does. Your story matters. Your dreams matter. Your heart matters. The people who genuinely care about you don't love you because you are perfect. They care because you are uniquely you, and there will never be another person exactly like you, so walk into tomorrow with confidence. Let go of unnecessary fears. Hold on to hope. Protect your peace. Celebrate every small victory along the way. Continue becoming the incredible person you were always meant to be. The best chapters of your story are still waiting to be written, and every new day offers another opportunity to discover just how beautiful life can become when you choose faith, gratitude, and love over fear. May your heart always find reasons to hope, your mind always discover wisdom, and your life always be surrounded by genuine people who appreciate you for exactly who you are. Never forget that your light has the power to inspire others, and simply being yourself is more than enough, as the days continue to pass. One truth becomes clearer than ever: genuine care is not measured by grand gestures alone. It is found in the little things that most people never notice. It is wondering whether you made it home safely. It is hoping you smiled today, even if I wasn't there to see it. It is remembering the small details you once shared and realizing they never left my mind. There is something extraordinary about the way your presence lingers. Even after conversations end, your words stay with me. Even after the day is over, thoughts of you quietly remain. It isn't because I try to think about you every moment. It simply happens naturally, as though my heart has learned your name better than my mind ever could. I don't expect life to be perfect. I know every journey has obstacles, unexpected turns, and moments of uncertainty. But one thing I have learned is that the right people make even difficult days feel lighter. They remind you that you are not facing the world alone. They become a source of peace instead of pressure, encouragement instead of doubt, and hope instead of fear. If there is ever a time when you feel unnoticed, remember this: the qualities that truly matter are often the quietest ones. Your patience, your compassion, your determination, and your ability to keep moving forward even after disappointment speak louder than anything else. Those are the qualities that leave lasting impressions on people. Those are the things that cannot be replaced. I hope you never lose the softness in your heart. The world may sometimes convince people to become distant, guarded, or cold, but kindness is never weakness. It takes real strength to continue believing in goodness when life has tested you. It takes courage to continue loving after experiencing disappointment. And it takes wisdom to remain humble while still knowing your worth. There will be moments when people misunderstand you. Some may judge your silence without knowing your thoughts. Others may question your decisions without understanding your reasons. Don't allow those moments to change the person you are becoming. Continue walking your path with integrity. Time has a remarkable way of revealing the truth. Every new sunrise brings another opportunity to grow. Every challenge teaches a lesson that comfort never could. Even the seasons that seem difficult often prepare us for blessings we cannot yet imagine. Looking back, many of the moments that once felt like setbacks eventually became the reasons we grew stronger. I hope your dreams never become smaller because someone else failed to believe in them. Continue reaching for the goals that make your heart come alive. Keep learning. Keep improving. Keep believing that your efforts will one day produce the results you've been praying for. Progress is often slow before it becomes visible. Whenever you begin to doubt yourself, remember how far you've already come. Remember every obstacle you overcame, every lesson you learned, and every time you refused to give up even when it would have been easier to walk away. Those moments reveal your true character far more than your victories ever could. You deserve relationships built on honesty, respect, patience, and trust. You deserve conversations where you feel heard, moments where you feel appreciated, and a future where you never have to question whether you matter. Real love doesn't leave someone constantly wondering where they stand. It brings reassurance, consistency, and peace. No matter what tomorrow brings, never stop believing that beautiful things are still possible. Some blessings arrive quickly, while others take time because they are being prepared with greater purpose. Trust that every season has its reason, even when the answers are not immediately clear. As you continue writing your story, don't rush through the chapters. Celebrate the small victories. Learn from the difficult pages. Smile during the joyful ones. Every experience is shaping you into someone wiser, stronger, and even more compassionate than before. Above all, never forget that your life has meaning far beyond what you can currently see. The kindness you share, the